You can download the art seen in the video for free, link in the description, or enter the Gungeon style movement in Godot. First, add a character body 2D as a core of the scene. Right click and hit rename. Rename it to player. Add a sprite 2D node as a child. Set the texture to the art that you can download for free, link in the description. Go to texture and set the filter to nearest as we are using pixel art. Go to region, hit enable. Go to edit region. Change the snap mode to grid snap. Scroll in with the mouse wheel and select the player character. Add a collision shape 2D node as a child of the player. Set the shape to a rectangle and click it again. Change the size to 8x4. Then go to transform and change the Y position to 3. We don't cover the entire character sprite, as in a top-down game there is a sense of depth or fake 3D with how certain sprites appear in front of others. Finally, add an animation player node as a child of the sprite. Right click and hit rename. Rename it to roll anim. In the game Enter the Gungeon, the character's roll animation is done with frames. However, because my character is a square, I will use rotation degrees. Don't worry, as you should still get the same animation feeling even if you're using frames while following this tutorial. We will first create an animation called roll right. Select the sprite 2D, go to transform and keyframe the rotation at 0. Then drag the playhead to 1, set the rotation to 180 and keyframe again. It is important that you keep the total duration of this animation at 1 second, as this will make it much easier to have the speed be in line with the dodge's roll duration. So if you are using frames instead, make sure they are spread across the 1 second time span evenly. Next, click animation and hit duplicate. Name the duplicated animation to roll left, then select the final keyframe and change the value to -180. Hit scene and save the scene, then select the player node and add a script. Inside the script, we will define 3 constants and 3 variables. Movement speed and dodge speed are the speed that the player moves in these states. Dodge duration is how long the player dodge lasts. Dodge roll dir is the direction that the dodge will be moving towards. Dodge roll timer is a variable that simply tracks how much time has elapsed while dodging, so that way we know when to stop. And can take damage is a variable that you can check for in any enemy script to know if they are able to hit the player or not, as a dodge will essentially make the player invincible for a short period of time. From here, we will define 4 functions. First is the built-in physics process function, then a movement function which will require delta, then a function to initiate a dodge roll, as well as a function that operates during the dodge roll. Inside the physics process function, we will check if the dodge roll timer is more than 0. If so, then we will run the dodge logic, else we will run the movement. We separate the dodge logic from the movement as to ensure that the player can't change directions or manipulate the velocity during a dodge roll. We also make sure to call move and slide no matter what, as both functions will use the built-in velocity variable. Before we begin coding the movement, we will first need to add appropriate inputs into the game. Go to Project Settings, select Input Map, then go to Add New Action, and add a new action for up, down, left, right, and add an action for dodge roll. From here, we can press the plus, then type the input that we want and hit OK. Do this for all of the directions. As for dodge roll, I will press the plus, hit the drop down next to mouse buttons, and select the right mouse button and hit OK. We will define a variable that is equal to a vector2 that takes into account the input strength of all the movement inputs. We normalize this to convert it into a direction, meaning that the x and y values can only be equal to a minimum of -1 and a maximum of 1. We also use getActionStrength, as that will return a 0 if there is no input and a 1 if there is. Next, we can set velocity to a lerp that goes from velocity towards the input vector multiplied by movement speed at a rate of 22 times delta. You can change the 22 to increase or decrease the acceleration of the movement. I keep it at a high amount to make sure that there is a slight amount of acceleration, but not too much so the player feels slippery. Additionally, we make sure to multiply by delta so that the velocity increase is independent of frame rate. Next, we check if the player is trying to do a dodge roll. If so, then we pass dodge roll if the input vector is moving in a specific direction, or if there is some velocity left from the acceleration before. We also make sure that in the case of velocity, we normalize it to convert it into a direction. We don't do this for input vector because we already normalized it before when establishing it. Inside of the dodge roll function, we will set the dodge roll dir to the direction we passed through the function. Then we will set the dodge roll timer to the dodge duration, which will activate the dodge logic in the physics process function as it is now not equal to 0. We will disable can take damage as we are dodging. And finally, we will call the roll animation. We will roll left or right respectively on if we are dodging towards the left or right, and we will set the speed scale to 1.0 divided by the dodge duration, so that the animation lasts for the same amount of time as the dodge roll. Inside of the dodge logic function, we will establish 2 variables, one for the elapsed percent and one for the current speed. We make elapsed percent its own variable to make the code more readable and shorten the next line. Elapsed percent is a simple calculation that starts at 0 when the dodge roll activates and finishes at 1 when it completes. This is used so that we can slowly decrease the speed of the dodge roll as the timer decreases. Current speed will start at dodge roll speed and lerp towards half of the dodge roll speed at a rate of the elapsed percent. Essentially, this means that as the dodge roll timer counts down, the speed of the roll decreases towards a minimum of 50% of the maximum dodge speed. We do it this way so that the decrease in speed is smooth, and so the player only decreases in speed by half and not the entire amount. Then we set velocity to the dodge direction multiplied by the current speed. After that, we minus delta from dodge roll time, ticking it down so that the dodge eventually completes, and when it does, we reset dodge roll dir, and reset can take damage. Now you have smooth top-down movement with slight acceleration that also features a smooth dodge roll, as seen in the game Enter the Gungeon. And don't forget that you can check out the project files, link in the description.